Hello and welcome to July 2022. I cannot believe we're already more than halfway through this year. This is the reading intended for Taurus Sun, Moon, and Rising. You are welcome to watch if you have other Taurus placements or you are cross-watching for another person. I already have all of your cards here on the table, Taurus, and I'm very excited to get into this month's reading for you. Before we dive too far into this reading, however, I just want to thank all of you for your support. Your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes do help this channel grow and allow me to continue putting out these messages, so thank you so much for that. As always, you can find all of my links in the description box down below if you're looking for a reading or Reiki session with me. And if you're brand new to my channel, welcome. My name is Michael. I do monthly tarot readings, and I also incorporate astrology to really enhance and expand upon the cards. So I hope that you find this interesting and useful to you. Anyways, Taurus, I have your cards here, and I'm very interested in what's been going on because I kind of feel like you've been stuck in a situation, and I'm actually specifically almost getting like an emotional narcissist or like some sort of emotionally manipulative energy. I do wonder if this is a family member. I'm just kind of getting that vibe. Could very well be a friend or something too, but it's someone who's in very close proximity to you. And I feel like this is a person who you share a lot of time with or you share a lot of your life with. And I'm kind of seeing this with the Queen of Cups. And this feels like someone else's energy, actually. And this could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. We don't necessarily look at the gender of the cards. This doesn't have to be a feminine person or female. I do kind of get almost a reverse energy with this card. I don't read any of the cards in reverse or upside down. I'm really just getting a sense of someone who knows how to read people and can be very manipulative. And it's almost like on the surface, they may seem very emotional and sensitive, but it's almost like they spend all their energy nurturing themselves and taking care of themselves. And I'm just getting this kind of weird energy with this, being honest with you. And I think that is in no small part due to the Eight of Swords with the Justice card here. And I'm actually wondering if some of you are even in some sort of legal or bureaucratic situation. You may be stuck in some sort of situation or unable to move forward. And maybe this is a separate energy, but I'm kind of wondering if it is involving this water sign energy. Maybe you have just become more attuned and you've become more emotionally composed through this very challenging energy. And again, there's something about bureaucracy or maybe a legal situation or even just, social conduct. There's something here that feels very imprisoning, and it's almost because of something external with the Justice card here. And there is something that is binding you or keeping you back from something. Or at least that's energy that you have been in. And if this is resonating for you, if you've felt stuck in some sort of situation, whether this is a work situation, some sort of legal situation, or just some sort of conflict, I actually do feel like with the Chariot, you are finally moving forward this month, Taurus. And this is very exciting to see. We do actually have Mars entering into your sign on the 5th of this month. And this is really energizing you. This is really giving you a lot of energy. And, there may even be some people who almost see you as a threat at the start of this month, especially with Mars in your sign. But you really have this ability to make things happen, to get things done. And with with Mercury entering Cancer the same day on July 5th, there really is this kind of heightened intuition that you have. There really is this very intuitive nature. And maybe you are this Queen of Cups. Maybe you are embodying the positive aspects of the Queen of Cups, especially if there's been someone who hasn't quite resonated with you, like something seems wrong. I'm getting this kind of master manipulator energy, and you're finally seeing their true colors. It's finally being revealed to you, and your intuition is being proven right. Otherwise, I feel like you are just moving in the direction of your intuition, and that's actually kind of the most important message for you this month, I think, Taurus. We have the star here in the future, and we'll get to that. But I feel like there is something where you are moving away from something, you are leaving something behind, especially with the Five of Swords. You are walking away from a situation, and it's very important not to get stuck in a fruitless battle. And like, this is a really, really specific example, and I don't expect this to apply to all of you, but I almost get this kind of energy that reminds me of like being in a divorce court and like really trying to get something 50-50, really trying to win in some way. And it's almost like the struggle here is to just like let go and walk away from a situation. Don't get caught in power struggles. Don't get caught up in every little petty thing that other people are doing, or this other energy that you are engaging with or kind of forced to engage with. We do actually have quite a bit of Cancer energy on the table with the Queen of Cups and the Chariot. This could just be a reference to Cancer season, but I wonder if some of you are dealing with a Cancer. We could also be dealing with a Libra with a Justice card. So there could be a few different energies or people, and maybe even an Aquarius with the Star card as well. And this could also be Sun, Moon, or Rising sign, or anyone with kind of heavy placements in any of these signs. But I feel like you're moving forward, and even though it might feel like the other person wins if you walk away, they may have their victory, but at least you have your happiness, Taurus. I feel like you're walking away from a very toxic individual or toxic situation for you. And again, with the new moon that we just had in Cancer on the 28th of June, I think intuitively you already kind of know what to do, because Cancer represents your third house, the house of your mind. And you are very intuitive. You are very sensitive, especially this month. And as Mercury is entering into Cancer, there's a lot of communication and there's a lot of clarity that is coming here. And you might even be seeing the ways that you have kept yourself stuck in a situation. You've kept yourself stuck in a karmic cycle. And you're now taking control of that this month. You're balancing this light and darkness with these two sphinxes here. And with the new moon, with the full moon in Capricorn, this is happening on the 13th. And there really could be this completion of some sort of cycle. If there's something with education or your university or something like that where you've been stuck in a situation, you are moving forward. I know that's kind of an oddly specific example, but that's just kind of coming through. There could just be some sort of breakthrough, seeing things from a new perspective. And this full moon is conjunct Pluto as well, and it's interesting because the United States is going through its Pluto return right now, and this is going to be happening again on July 11th. And so this full moon is really kind of amplifying this Pluto return. And for those of you who don't really know what I'm talking about, the United States has a birth chart, and it takes about 250 years for Pluto to return to the position it was in, and in this case where the United States was formed, or when the United States was formed. And so the United States is kind of going through this major breakdown, as we have definitely seen in the past couple of years, and really in the past month especially. I think there's just this major reevaluation of values and resources and finances. And I think some of you are kind of just choosing to turn the other cheek in some respect, or you're just picking and choosing your battles. And you're doing this very effectively. This is kind of the advice for you this month, actually, and to really choose your long-term happiness with the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, although we do have the 8 of Cups just beneath that. So there could be walking away from a situation, and again, could be walking away from a family member. And especially as we are getting into Leo season by the 22nd, when the sun enters Leo, there could be a lot of focus on home and family. And maybe some of you are moving away or distancing yourself from family. But I do feel like there's ultimately going to be healing. And maybe you just need some temporary distance or space from somebody. But use your discernment here, because I actually do feel like a lot of you, that there is a character or a figure or a situation where it's like you need to leave, you need to go, you need to walk away. But if you're in a situation where you can't really do that, or there's some sort of deep enmeshment or entrenchment, I feel like ultimately you're kind of picking and choosing your battles, and you actually might find some sort of healing, or at the very least just finding your peace of mind again. And with the new moon in Leo by the end of this month on the 28th, we do have kind of this new beginning for home, for family, setting an intention, planting seeds for something. If you're trying to manifest a new home, if you're trying to manifest roots in some way, then this new moon in Leo on the 28th is going to be a beautiful time for you, especially with it forming a trine or a 90-degree harmonious angle with Jupiter in Aries. And Jupiter in Aries is really giving you a lot of spiritual insight and really opening up your awareness to the ways you might sabotage or hold yourself back. And maybe that's why you are picking and choosing your battles. And I know this sounds kind of like a weighted message, or maybe like a backhanded message here at you, and I don't mean this in any way, but I think you would really benefit by looking at the ways you might be keeping yourself stuck or holding yourself back, or binding yourself into situations that aren't serving you, and really taking control, taking charge of a situation, finding your autonomy. And I think this is especially true with Jupiter going retrograde the same day on July 28th. And Jupiter will be retrograde all the way until October 28th. So Jupiter will be appearing to move backwards. And in this energy, you're able to tap into your intuition more. You're able to let go of destructive habits, and maybe even addictions for some of you, and really connect with your spirituality with this star, and find healing. And we do, at the very end of this month, have Uranus coming together with the North Node in your sign, in Taurus. And this is happening July 31st. And Mars is also forming a conjunction with Uranus this day. And what all of this really means is taking action, taking radical action in your life. And I keep thinking of the Serenity Prayer. Give me the strength to walk away from what is no longer good for me, or I don't even remember it. It's like, what is the Serenity Prayer? Give me the strength to change what I can, and to walk away from what I can't, and to discern the difference. What is the Serenity Prayer? Someone in the comments, please comment this prayer. But that's interesting that that's coming up, because maybe there is something with addiction for some of you. Maybe there is something about AA. Maybe the sort of toxic energy is representing addictions of some kind with the Queen of Cups, especially if there is a drinking problem or a substance abuse problem. Or some of you could even be dealing with a person who is struggling with addiction, and maybe that's why there's some sort of court case or legal situation or bureaucratic situation. And again, these are all general messages. They're not meant to all be true for you, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But you're getting yourself stuck or unstuck. You're getting yourself out of a situation you have felt stuck in for a very, very long time. And especially with Uranus and Mars and the North Node, you are really reaching for some sort of higher state of being. You're reaching for your potential. Even if you don't know exactly what that looks like, even by the end of the month, you're walking away from what is familiar, from what has been imprisoning to you, from what has kept you stuck or bound, and you are moving in a direction that is giving you hope again. And that's really a beautiful way of thinking of the star. It's finding this navigational point, finding guidance from the universe, and going in a direction. And even if you don't necessarily know what is in the road ahead of you, you have a sense of direction. You know where you are supposed to be going, generally speaking, and you have this sense of orientation. Especially with the Chariot card, I feel like you are finding this aim, you're finding this direction this month, and this is very much helping you leave behind what is no longer serving you. And I'm actually getting a sense of completion. So I do hope that this was helpful for you, Taurus. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Definitely let me know in the comment section down below what is going on. This seems like a very complicated energy or situation that you are in. As always, all of my links are in the description box down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care and have a happy and blessed July.